Presley's 10 Best Films.
Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, racked up more than 30 movie credits during the 13 years he was in the narrative acting game. But not all of them are as well remembered as hits. Like Viva Las Vegas and Jailhouse Rock, as Baz Luhrmann's biopic Elvis opens in theaters. Here are the top 10 movies starring the king, O.L. Snake Hips, the Tennessee troubadour himself, including one concert film that gives fans a chance to hear a full selection of his songs.
10. The Trouble with Girls 1969.
Elvis comes off more like a genial MC than the main attraction in his penultimate star vehicle, a lightly likable mashup of period dramedy, variety show and, starting at the midway point, murder mystery.
Nine. Elvis on Tour 1972.
The King's final film made lightning strike a second time for MGM 2 years after the studio's success with another celebratory musical documentary, Elvis. That's the Way It Is, praised by critics and embraced by fans. The 70 to follow cup follows Elvis on a 15-city tour just 5 years before his death at age 42. No less notable than Martin Scorsese served as montage supervisor for the movie, which has the distinction of being the only Elvis movie ever to receive a significant award, a Golden Globe for Best Documentary.
8. Kid Galahad 1962.
Believe it or not, this one is a remake of the 1937 Warner Brothers melodrama directed by Michael Curtiz. Elvis plays the equivalent of the character originally essayed by Morris, an amiable ex-GI, who returns to his hometown in the Catskills resort area, where he impresses a washed-up boxing promoter by demonstrating knockout prowess as a natural-born pugilist.
7. Love Me Tender 1956.
Elvis is a co-star, not the lead, in his first big screen outing, a creaky but compelling post-Civil War drama about a Confederate soldier who returns home to find his sweetheart married his younger brother Elvis after receiving greatly exaggerated reports of his death. Complications ensue. Egan's heartbroken Vance Reno behaves nobly, but Elvis' insecure Clint Reno is driven to extremes by irrational jealousy, until he is conveniently killed to allow for a reasonably happy ending.
6. Wild in the Country 1961.
Playwright Clifford Odets provided the screenplay based on J.R. Salamanca's novel for an emotionally charged movie that, in retrospect, can be viewed as the King's farewell to serious drama and brooding moodiness. Ironically, Elvis proved conclusively here that he had the potential to tackle even more challenging roles with his affecting portrayal of an angry young man who, while on probation for inflicting serious bodily harm on his brother, reveals previously untapped potential as a writer.
5. Flaming Star 1960.
Director Don Siegel was able to keep the songs to an absolute minimum and, more important, convince Elvis to risk giving his all during some highly emotional moments in this engrossing Western about a half Native American Elvis torn between white and Kiowa cultures.
4. Blue Hawaii 1961.
The King already had 7 features to his credit by the time he made Blue Hawaii, but this frothy musical comedy more or less set the mold for what most folks now think of as an Elvis movie, lightweight fun and frolic. Often in an exotic locale, involving a lovable hunk who sings and sways his.
3. Jailhouse Rock 1957.
Most folks remember this musical melodrama only for the classically campy, insistently exuberant production number, arguably Elvis' greatest on-screen moment ever that hard sells the title song. But take a second look, in sharp contrast to the formulaic fluff frequently concocted for The King throughout the 60s, Jailhouse Rock actually attempts to package Presley as a semi-sensitive anti-hero with pronounced tendencies toward Bhattacharya.
2. Viva Las Vegas 1964.
If you looked up the term guilty pleasure in the Illustrated Dictionary of Cinema, you'd likely see a photo of Elvis and Margaret shaking their groove things and generating high-potency chemistry in director George Sidney's well-nigh irresistible extravaganza. Presley is at the top of his game here, striking the perfect balance of smirk and sincerity while placating drunken Texas tourists with a medley of the Yellow Rose of Texas and the Eyes of Texas, and rambunctiously blowtorching his way through the title song in a low-concept, high-impact product. Number filmed in one continuous, swaggering take.
1. King Creole 1958.
What did Elvis Presley have in common with Humphrey Bogart, Errol Flynn, and James Cagney? All of these legends made career highlight movies directed by the prolific and prodigious Michael Curtiz. In Elvis' case, the movie was a first-rate, hard-boiled, borderline noir musical drama about a sullen New Orleans youth whose overnight success as a singer in a Bourbon Street nightclub attracts the unwanted interest of vicious gangster and part-time talent manager Maxie Fields. King Creole was filmed largely on location, and it captures the unique flavor of the Crescent City to a degree rarely matched by other films made there before or since.